Good afternoon and happy Monday. Let's work on another 8KYU kata. We're going to do this again in JavaScript. This one is called Will There Be Enough Space? The story. Bob is working as a bus driver. However, he has become extremely popular amongst the city's residents. With so many passengers wanting to get aboard his bus, he sometimes has to face the problem of not enough space left on the bus. He wants you to write a simple program telling him if he will be able to fit all the passengers. So we're given 3 parameters. Cap is the amount of people the bus can hold. On is the number of people on the bus, excluding the driver. Waiting is the number of people waiting to get on the bus, excluding the driver. So essentially, if our on and waiting total equals the cap or less, we're good. And if the on and waiting, the sum of the on and waiting is greater than the cap, we're not good. So this should be something we can do simply. Now there's multiple ways to solve this problem. I think this is the easiest solution. We can do a return is if the cap is less than or equal to on plus wait, and yeah, I put them in parentheses just for my own benefit. You don't really need them, but I think it's useful here. Then we're going to return, maybe I can't, oh wait, less than or equal, plus wait, return true, else false. Now, oh, I see the problem. We're doing this in Python right now. So let's solve it in Python first. If cap is less than or equal to on plus wait, return true, else return false. Let's see what we get. True should equal 0, true should equal 10, and test passed. So maybe they just want us to return cap minus on plus wait. See what that gives us. Test. That's well, I am definitely doing this wrong then. All right. His capacity if there is enough space. Oh, I didn't read the last part of this problem. If there's enough space, and this is why, see, this is why we're showing the whole way to do it. If there's enough space, return 0. And if there isn't, return the number of passengers he cannot take. So, let's do this. If cap is less than or equal to on plus wait, return 0. Else, we're going to return the absolute value of cap minus on plus wait. And I'm going to just do it like this. And let's see what we get. And it's capacity is less than or equal. Oh, if cap is greater than or equal. I did it backwards. There we go. Now we got them all right. And let's attempt. And we got them all. So our capacity has to be greater than or equal to our on plus our weight, and we'll return a 0. Otherwise, we're going to return the absolute value of capacity minus on plus weight, because here we would technically get a negative number, but we just want to give the number of passengers that he cannot take. So we just return the absolute value, which the absolute is a built-in function in Python. All right, let's submit this, and then I will show the simple JavaScript way of doing this now. And JavaScript. We're going to click train again. And here, all we're going to do is this. Cap greater than or equal to on plus weight, question mark, return 0, else return, oh, oops, we want to, I did that wrong, 0, else, and we want return up back here. Return capacity is greater than, if the capacity is greater than or equal to on plus weight, we're going to return 0. Otherwise, we're returning math.absolute, which is part of the math library in JavaScript. Capacity minus on plus weight. And we get everything right. So this is basically the short way using the ternary operator instead of doing a full if-else statement. We could have done an if-else statement and it would have done the same thing. We attempt and run through submit. And this would have been basically kind of if we had done the if-else statement. You can see it, but they did this a different way. Instead of doing absolute value, they went on plus weight minus cap. You can do it either way. But this just shows there's multiple ways to do this problem. Here they used mathmax.max. So multiple ways to solve this problem. It was a pretty simple problem, but really got to pay attention to what they're asking you to return as well. And with that, hope you enjoyed.